Howdy, howdy, guys. Start of a new day. Well, in Minecraft. I'm still sick, sadly. I did some exploring. I gathered some pine trees and went over that way, and I think I found a spot that's right over here that's pretty nice to build in. I went that way, and as you can see by the waypoint, I found a skelly spawner right near the surface, just over there. But today we're going back and we're going to collect some of the shit. I need a shovel. Sorry. Where's my... There it is. My one last piece of iron that's already smelted. While we're gone, I also did some trades for some frames and got a bunch of potatoes already. The best part about bee villagers is whenever they have... Go on, get in with the rest of your people. Go, get in. I'm not falling in, you get in. Get in. Yes. I have almost all of them trapped. But like with this bee villager, you know how he had 6 proven frames for an emerald? The only time you can stack bee frames is when they come in a trade like that. So I mean, that's a pretty sweet little thing that I will very happily take advantage of. But yeah, so we're going to go after bees. We're also going to go to where I have the temple crossing marked. I want to go gather the things from that, and you'll see what I meant by temple crossing when we get there. Ooh, more quartz. Oh, I was also looking up how to make portal guns, so that way I could just move the spawner, because, you know, that would be infinitely easier than having to make a trap that's not near my base. You know? Because, yeah, I'm definitely going to live over near the village, just because that's closer to both the desert and the winter biome. And it'll make having to do all those bees easier. Look at this. Here's one. Ow, 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 ow. Just go away. Just go away, dude. I'm just taking all this stuff. Just taking it. I don't even care. I don't even care. The best part about this... Oh, this isn't even it. This isn't even it. Okay, there's 2 more of the wisp temples right where I have that marked. 2 more. Like, seriously? Really? Just 1 bee? Thank you. So I have 2 princesses and a drone. But yeah, so it's getting kind of late for me today. I need to go to bed soon. But I thought I'd record a bit more. I apologize that I haven't really replied to any comments people may have made. I'm actually going to be recording this series in larger chunks and then uploading them. So I might record, 4 or 5 episodes and then upload. Oh, lag. Render lag. But, that's just because I can get more done that way in one sitting than having to... Ooh. That is a lot of marble. That's good to know. But that's just so that way I can get more done in one sitting than I could if I had to stop and render out each episode after. I know that sounds silly, but this is me. When have I ever not been silly? This is why I made a shovel. Duh. Okay. Well, that's kind of cool looking. The one thing I really like about this extreme hills biome, and why I'm glad I'm still living close to it, is that it takes extreme to the limit. Like, seriously. Bunch of appetite back there. Okay. Here's one. Come on. Shut up, Wisp. No one loves you, you're ugly, and you smell bad. Okay, I'm not going to take the other saddle. Crap. He's in my way. Ow. Stop. Ow. Please don't let this fall kill me. I will cry if I die here. Okay, I need to get up to that one. Crud. I'm gonna end up having to throw stuff out, which is gonna suck. Because if I'm unlucky and there's actual obsidian around where this spawner is, I won't be able to just pop it open and go to work. Ow. And it does look like I got unlucky on this one. Where'd he go? Ow, ow. Because if I'm right, you need iron to break this? Ah, shit. No, go away. You, switch. Stop. You just want to pop your spawner, nothing major. Do you really need a diamond pick to get through this? This is just crazy. Okay, there it goes. No. Just no. What is this? An axe of the stream. Yoink. Obsidian tile can stay there. I'll take the string because I need that, and another bucket, and some gunpowder, and some more wheat. I need this. Cocoa beans would be nice. I don't really have any way to grow them, though. Goodbye, sticks. Okay. I don't remember what these are for, and they don't stack. But we'll take it and the other bucket. Do I want this saddle? Sure. Okay. Then we have to head back home. But yeah, so this is Temple Crossing. It's right near this volcano. You like the beehive I protected? I was like, oh god, that lava's gonna hit it. No. This is a cool little area right back here. Okay. So I'm gonna head home. And we're gonna start game planning the house. I'll show you guys where I want to build that. And break down what I think the house is gonna look like. And any feedback would be much appreciated. This is probably going to be the last episode I record for this set. So, I will see y'all whenever I get home. If I ever get home. Home is that way. Why am I going this way? I'm so dumb. BRB. Howdy guys, we're back. I don't know why I bothered saying howdy that time. That was silly. Anyways, I have done work. And by that I mean I hollowed out an area where we're going to start to put our house. And then I'm smelting up some sand already to turn into glass. Because, you know, we're going to need some. I think we're going to start off with just some planks. Shut up, cow. So, I almost want to do like a corner entrance, you know? Okay, I'm gonna need a lot more wood. Well, planks at least. Because this is slightly bigger than I thought it was going to be. Oopsies. Whatever. We need the room. I should have done floor planning before I started recording, but I didn't. I'm sorry. Ink. Okay. Poo. Jerk. So, I'm trying to like game plan how I want the house to look. And you guys know me in planning. It never goes well. Trying to think. So I'm definitely going to need to put like an addition onto the house, basically, for where I want the bees to go. And then... No, you don't go there. And then I'm trying to think how I want to do... Because I think what I could do is... Am I really... son of a crud. And then what I could do is, so like, this would be where the front door is, right? And you'll come in from here. And then I'll have this nice little house area, you know, with generic things that I'll always need. And then I could do that side for all of my bees that can be done in any environment. And maybe that side could be for where my workshop is. And then have a little area in the back that would lead down to a storage room underneath. And in the storage room is where I could put like all of my automation. So all of my bee workshop stuff. Like, so that way it's not some big old cluster of things. So all of like the bees after they've been bred or popped out a cobweb, not a cobweb, a comb, could just have everything funnel down into like an AE storage system, maybe? I don't know. I'm really looking forward to the new version of the DireDerp pack because I've been watching his Forgecraft stuff and some of the changes coming up are really, really interesting. Especially with some of the new stuff coming in Applied Energetics. I think that could be a lot of fun. While I place blocks though, I will talk about things. Like, my video quality. I apologize for it. The issue is graphically, like in terms of my graphics card, my computer is actually doing pretty good. The graphics card is relatively new. The issue is that the processor in my computer is like 6 years old. It's just not up to snuff anymore, and so it can't really do most anything, honestly. And that's really evident, like when I go to render videos. I did not bring any cobble. Crud. And that's why I get all the white lines and the tearing in my videos, is from the processor not being able to keep up. And like, I cannot be doing anything on my computer and have everything turned off except for like Windows Live Movie Maker, because that's what I use to render. And my computer still can't devote enough processor speed to it. And so that's where the issues come in. Look at all that quartz. I want it. Then I have all this iron over here. Oh yeah. It's gonna be nice. But yeah. So that's why, while the visual quality of my videos has gone up recently, mostly because I figured out the right settings to set Windows Live Movie Maker to, it still gets those stupid screen tears. And that's just something that'll come with me upgrading my computer, hopefully sometime this year. I don't know. This new job isn't giving me the hours I thought it would, and the hours they said they would. Which is starting to tick me off, honestly. You're coming with me. And, you know, what you gonna do besides find another job? But you can only do that for so long. Oh, I forgot to mention it earlier. So I got a bow when I was taking on that Skelly dungeon. I also got a Power 4 book and a Power 4 book, which means I have 2 Power 4 books, so I can get a Power 5 bow, which will be awesome on so many levels. And I have punch, so I can have a punch bow too. That'll work out really nicely. I'm going to take the clay. Do I really not have any? Crud. I need more coal. I'm going to take the buckets just in case. And the lily pads will come with, because I do need to set up a farm over there. So I'm going to take all my farm materials with me. And the potatoes. Potato. Don't I have seeds? Yes, I do. Okay, and I'll take those. And because this is 1.4.7, I can take the bones with me. Do I have any more? I do not. That was some awkward lag. That was weird. Oh, we're going to check something. So some of my friends have told me that underneath these quote-unquote library buildings, underneath one of the tables, there's a chance to get a chest. Now, I have never, ever, ever, ever seen a chest in these, heard about a chest in these. I'm pretty sure they're pulling my leg, because I've already checked the other quote-unquote library in this village, and you know what it had? Nothing. Although I'm going to get these books eventually, because I needs them for stuff. That's awkward. Hi, B. Don't worry, I will pick you soon. And you. But yeah, so I'm going to... Shut up, birds. There are birds outside. It is loud. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to smelt up some cobble. And while that's smelting so I can make stone brick, I'm going to actually do a little bit of caving back there in the circle cave. And that's just so that way I can get more cobble. Crud. What don't I need in here? I don't need dirt. Oh my god, that bird is so loud. Bonk. So, sleep this night away, and I will see y'all when I have a sufficient amount of cobble. I think I might just set this up to be the mine and stuff. Alright, I will see y'all in a little bit. BRB. Alright guys, so I've done some caving, but I didn't go in the circle. I went ahead and made myself a mine shaft, which goes down to a pretty big cave. I think it actually connects to the circle cave over here. I've pre-hollowed out... Don't die, sheep. So this is gonna be the size of our starter area for our workshop, for all of our machines and stuff. And then I've started to work on how I'm gonna set up the B area, because that's gonna be over here. And then once I get that game planned, it'll probably be from like right here to like right here-ish. And I'm not sure how far that way it'll go. So I'm just kind of smelting up more stone. Shut up, sheep. As you can tell, I got some resources. I have some Ziachrome, which can be used to make these blocks. Crud, how do I make that? Is it with the Ziodrite? Plate, brick. Oh, wait, wrong button. Used in. I want to say there's like a right and the left click function for this, but I've never figured out how to use it, so I don't. Oh, I don't even care. Ziodrite block, Ziodrite brick. Where is it? Platform, plate, structures, structures, more structures. Where is it? Oh, inverted lights. Fancy. Where is that block? There's a block I really want to use. I'm not sure how it works with farmland. Yes, this. Engineering brick, which is then used. Come on. To make Zicorium water. Interesting. A water bottle makes. Oh, okay. They both make two. I'm not sure if it hydrates soil. And like that's how you make the valve and the fabricator. I don't know what the item IO is. But I know you can use that to make like in water or in tanks, you can use a Zicorium water block outside of or against a valve, and it'll just keep that infinitely full. So I'm not sure how it works with soil. I'm gonna have to test that out. But I was out here killing mobs for shards here. And you know, I heard all these zombies downstairs, and so I go downstairs, right? Well, geez, that's mossy cobblestone. Great. I found a stupid spawner, you know? One I would never, ever, ever use. Dumbass creeper. Come at me, bro. Oh, sweet. Thanks for the shard. You know, zombie spawner. Completely useless. Except for one thing. It's not zombie, it's skeleton. So I have 2 skelly spawners now. Oh shit, that's an angry zombie, and I lagged a little. So, I mean, yeah, now I can set up a skelly farm already, and it'll be right near my base. Tin, copper, more cocoa beans, another bucket, string, and another matrix programmer, whatever that does. I have to look that up at some point. But yeah, so I thought you guys would find that humorous. Yet another reason why this seed is awesome. I'm telling you, I got really lucky with this seed. I didn't even bother scouting it. I normally scout my seeds, at least around the spawn area of them. Just because you don't want to get a lame seed that just requires you to explore forever to do things. But one thing I've found, especially with like most of the FTB packs, honestly, is that 9 times out of 10 you get a pretty good spawn. Nom 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 nom. And so, honestly, you don't even really need to scout them. Okay, that's just stone. I was about to say, is that another spawner? However, come here. I need all of you. Is there any more? Nope. Nope. So, what I'm gonna do, because I'm going to wrap this episode up shortly, is I'm going to work a bit more on the house. Almost walked into you. Maybe even... Yeah, they're loud. Maybe even move some of the stuff over to here once I set up the storage room floor, which is going to be probably part of the mine shaft. You know, go down like 7 or 8 blocks and put in a storage room and get that all set up, and then we can do some more building at that point. But no, I think next episode, yeah, next episode we're gonna start working on, where is it? Where is it? The best thing ever in it. Oh, Twilight Forest is in here. Cool. Today I learned power armor, which means I'm going to need a workstation. I don't remember how to make those. What is the recipe for a power tool? Oh yeah, that's right. It's really cheap. Heck, it's even kind of cheap in Greg Tech because I don't have Greg Tech hard mode enabled. Anyways, this is what we're going to be working on. We're going to be working on the Tinker Table. How do I make you? Crud, we're going to need an emerald. Okay, I'm probably going to do more caving then. Because I think there's extreme hills close-ish. Maybe. I hope. I really, really hope. Because if not, I'm going to have to go find an oh, no, I can just trade with an NPC. Next episode, we're going to be doing Tinker stuff, because I can just trade with an NPC to get an emerald. I'm smart. Bye, guys.